And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers.
Thank you, David. And in tonight's game, pride definitely burned at stake when you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams. Talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with the
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Grant comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And that one drops.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Giannis inside. O'Quinn defending, misses the layup.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
For the three, knocks down the three ball. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, it's good signs.
Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Pistons in Detroit. To the inside, Scott, good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Antetokounmpo finds Hill. Kick out to Giannis. He can't get that one to fall. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Hill passes to Lopez. To the paint. Poke loose. Grant outside. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Wow, Jeremy Grant continuing to work on his game, stretching it out to the three-point line.
Pass to O'Quinn. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Philadelphia foul called.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brown's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz is checked in. Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him. Outside Hill. Passes it to Brown. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The 76ers leading by 3. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Bucks shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Lopez finds Grant. Six to shoot. And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
Good reach by O'Quinn, getting to the shooter and reading when he was releasing it.
Misses off the right iron. The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Pistons.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them,
They just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
The first free throw is good.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
Lopez hits them both. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. Here's Hill. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now Grant. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Three-pointer. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, Scott. Some solid defense from Grant.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
The pass to Hill. The 8-footer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The massive size of Lopez just puts defenses in a pickle. When he's that close, you just have to foul him.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. The first one falls, and Philadelphia. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid.
Yeah, he is sneaky at the rim, lays it in against heavy pressure.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Bucks, trailing by 5. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Milwaukee's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Outside Matthews. Knocked loose. Now the 76ers on the break. Harris with the ball. Great D that time from Middleton.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Kicks to Middleton. Back to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Pass to Richardson. 76ers moving the ball around. Middleton with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good from the wing. The 76ers leading by 7. Inside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. To the middle. Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 4 assists now tonight. The 76ers leading by 5. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Richardson. Passes it to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and the shot goes down.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Richardson against Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. Releases. But they'll get another chance. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Horford.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Scott's checked in. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Middleton. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, Middleton does have some length himself, and he utilizes it there on the drive.
A minute 42 left to play in the first half. Second shot opportunity. Embiid, the pass to Scott. From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Matthews with the rebound. The Bucks trail. Giannis kicks to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got 7 points for the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
A nice shot by Embiid.
Number 35.
And here's Bledsoe. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it out to Richardson. And a miss there on the triple.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Giannis passes to Middleton. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Giannis left side.
Philadelphia foul call.
And the 76ers making a change here.
That's his third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Bledsoe. 6 points for him. From deep, Giannis. No good on that one. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Milwaukee on top as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside.
Thanks.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. It's been a clinic from Brooklyn. Group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Jeremy Grant comes in for Chris Middleton. Brown, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Jeremy Grant is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Brown. Then there's Hill. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Giannis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Grant, good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. There's the pass to Korkmaz. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the layup's good off the glass. 17 points in the game. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. That shot off. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a one-point game. Brown, right side. Down low. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Brown. And that's 15 points for Giannis.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there. This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Some solid defense from Grant.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
They get it again.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 20.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
There's the steal. Fires from 18. And that one, good. And the 76ers lead by 2. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
For 3, Hill gets the three-pointer to fall. Hill's got 5.
Nice job there from George Hill setting up. He's an effective three-point shooter.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Banked in off the glass. Hill's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
Well, that pick and roll unleashes George Hill's ability to create a little bit more in this offense. He gets into the space he needs that time.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Bucks head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, not good news. He has suffered a torn calf muscle. And from what we have gathered, this injury will definitely keep him out of this game, and maybe for a long time, too. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
Goes up on the wing, and another turnover here by Philadelphia. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Me too. And it's the way that he's just sustained his level of play for the entire season. So consistent. No major peaks, no huge valleys. It's pretty impressive stuff and heady stuff from a rookie.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Brown. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Harris is checked in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Lopez. It's back to Hill. Floats one up, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Bucks leading by 4. Matthews finds Hill. Back to Matthews. Hill passes to Matthews. Clock at 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tobias Harris.
That one on Harris. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Craig, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Yes, that goes in. 24 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Hill with it. He has 7. The 19-foot shot. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Hill. 26 points for Giannis.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Good D by Matthews. Bucks leading by 8. Grant in the post. Harris is there. And that one is good. Giannis has got 28 points for the game.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
And the rejection by Giannis. And the dunk by Grant.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out. It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
To the inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I'd like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
34 seconds left in the third. 76ers moving the ball around. Off on the layup.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in, so he gets them both.
Whether George Hill has started, which he's done a lot in his career, or come off the bench, he's a guy that you like in your rotation as a steadying force.
There's the lob, and Kumbo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
Lets it go from the wing. Misses there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, shot is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Tobias Harris.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Grant finds Matthews. And Matthews throws it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Hill dishes to Lopez. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Al Horford, he's checked in for Mike Scott to end the run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
At the line for the 76ers.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Here's Grant. Rebound by the 76ers. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And so Grant will bring it up for the Bucks. Pass to DiVincenzo. And good that time. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And he banks in the layup.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Bucks have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Bledsoe passes to Grant. Inside, Wilson. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Dragan Bender. Jeremy Grant comes in for DJ Wilson. Chris Middleton's checked in for Brown. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Bolden. Harris comes in for Murray. And it's Ben Simmons in for Trey Burke. For 3, Middleton. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And he's got 41.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Bledsoe against Simmons. No good from Bledsoe.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Middleton on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Horford with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 20. On the wing, Harris. Takes the 13-footer. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
No good from Bledsoe. From the arc. The offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Harris.
Now, Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
Bledsoe passes to Grant. Passes it to Middleton. Knocked away. Unhindered, going all the way. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Bledsoe kicks to Grant. High, arcing shot, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting for Philadelphia, number 35. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Milwaukee leading by 16. Middleton outside. Got a piece of it. And now Philadelphia on the break. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And you see and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay reviews is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he's good on the second.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Middleton outside. Now the pass to Grant. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Grant, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Simmons against Bledsoe. Is shot by Middleton. Wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 19 points for Chris Middleton.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
To the paint. And it's sent back by Lopez. Middleton against Harris. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Clearly a foul.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for two.
He hits the second from the line. Bucks leading by 17. Bledsoe right side. Hits it down to Middleton. Fires the three. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. He gets it in there.
That basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Wesley Matthews picks one up, and he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bucks shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Bledsoe outside. Puts it up. No good from Grant. The 76ers trail by 17. Harris, right side. Up and in on the layup.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Outside for Bledsoe. A double-team Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Count that one. And that's 15 points for Wesley Matthews.
Great feed by the center. Lopez is a solid passer. Maybe one of the better passing fives in the league.
Timeout called the 76ers. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
At the line, 76ers, number 35.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. Bucks leading by 15. Bledsoe passes to Grant. Matthews scanning the floor. The tray. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Harris. The 76ers with another miss. The Bucks shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Bledsoe passes to Grant, and stolen by Harris. And it's Simmons penetrating, and Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Here's Middleton. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He doesn't get the second one.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
This is a good sign for the offense, handing the ball off to Middleton, who right now has got it going.
Here's Embiid. The rebound by Grant. Bucks leading by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Milwaukee.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Bledsoe with it. Outguarded by Simmons.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And so it's Milwaukee now. 13-point lead. Bledsoe finds Grant. Middleton for three. He's off on that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And he has to take that long, slow walk.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. So that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
I love it. Bombs away, baby. Give me those threes.
Okay, I hear you. I'm all for shooting threes. But look, not all threes are created equal. You can't just jack up shots and pray that they go in. You've got to be methodical about it. Now, all the time, you see fellas, they're putting up threes because it's easier than taking it to the rack. That's not good offense. That's just lack of effort, and it's inexcusable.
Hank will not excuse you.
Look.